Hello, and good morning. Alright, so, first off, now that there's a book after for Mido, basically quest mode is there. However, I'm not going to be able to do it yet. Essentially what it consists of is kind of a series of 5 challenge battles, and you basically place a bet on how quick and efficiently you can do it. Thing is, though, they basically start off pretty well equipped for their level, which in this case mine are all over the friggin' place. But yeah, no, they're at 15. They're equipped with pretty decent mid to end game stuff. And long story short, even with their high agility, these guys are not enough to take out their leader. The easiest way to farm stuff there is to basically one-shot their leader, but yeah, these guys aren't exactly doing it. So, minor changes since last time. Wait. We've got 2 frontliners now. So we have, where is it? We have Carmen and Yulissa that can't seem to get their fist punch emblems for whatever reason. So, yeah, they're just frontliners now. If they get killed off, whatever, you know. They're extras. Let's go to Yorodala. Basically, they're just going to be the ones hopefully taking the hits. So this is the one where you get ambushed by ninjas and get introduced to the fact that witches aren't very good. They're entirely a class based around support and their weird gimmick, which is charming units. There are not very many charm abilities in this game. Oh no, stereotype ninjas! And they actually, well, properly dressed for the situation. That's nice, at least. Yeah, there's kind of a misunderstanding as far as those go. Like, for some reason, there's an assumption that they just, like, dressed, pretty much as far as ninjas and stuff went, that they just dressed like this all the time. Like, no, dude, they were just assassins. It was literally just, like, freelance assassins. That was the deal. Pretty much anybody could do it. It's just, you know, you had some if you had some basic espionage skills, and it wasn't even necessarily assassins, to be fair. It was literally freelance spies. I don't know why I said assassins there, but yeah. They're looking for the same thing, oh noes. Yeah, whatever. Vengeance, vengeance, everyone wants to get friggin' revenge here. But yeah, so there was, you know, obviously, like everything else, there was a fair bit of misinformation as far as they went. But there were a series, I believe it was something like, as long as somebody knew how to vaguely get around, like if they knew how to climb stuff, if they knew how to be pretty decent scouts, you know, they knew how to report to people, then, you know, pretty much anybody could go do the thing. Except it basically meant that they would never, if anyone ever found out, they were completely boned. And there were some official ones, more or less. Actually, there was, during, what was it, the Sengoku or whatever it was? They had this whole thing where one of the leaders, forget their names, dang it. One of the ones that ended up eventually taking part in the whole winning portion of it actually got saved by a guy who basically had some secret route that he had figured out, and that was their whole deal. You know, they were just scouts or assassins or whatever else they needed to be. Sneaky person for hire. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, way too much coffee today. A little bit rambly. Okay, you go there. You go there. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get some stuff wrong today. Stuff happens. Pretty severe lack of sleep. Little one woke up twice last night. Wasn't exactly terribly huge on going back to bed, but that's just life, I suppose. Suppose at the very least, it's very nice that you know, at least she didn't wake up my wife. She's the one who actually has a normal job and has to go to work and be all competent in the morning, and Mine just sort of comes and goes throughout the day, so I can afford some stupidity on my part. Which is good, because I've never been the smartest person, but whatever. Anyway, moving on here. One thing I always found funny about this fight is because they wanted to go for the whole ninja sword thing, so they gave these guys short swords, even though they're pretty much outdated by this point. I mean, they suck, frankly. All these guys are just terrible. The worst assassin squad you could come up with. You got a couple with light crossbows, you got a witch who will literally do nothing, because she has like a friggin' 30% chance to hit at any point, and her move takes forever to charge up. We've got a bunch of guys with starter weapons, more or less, and you have one guy who's an actual threat, who's a Citri guy. You can remember him because he sounds like he's got lots of vitamin C in him. Friggin' citrus. And you get a hidden thing here. Those, by the way, they're partially randomized. It depends on whether or not they're a set item. Some of them are set, but most of them are randomized to some degree. Oof. Alright, then, I don't know why your stats aren't looking super good. But such is life. Their punch damage is really, really dropping off at this point. Because their strength isn't going up, they basically just have really high agility, but their damage is not scaling as well as their offense is. So, yeah, no, that's not even worth it. Gonna have to start going for back punches, go for more bows than anything. We'll see. After we almost lost the Master of Bees last time. Alright. Man, you do piss poor damage with that pike. Oof. So once they start getting into, like, the friggin' under 20 damage, that's when you start getting into a little bit of trouble here. That whip seems pretty good, though. We'll see. Might end up having to give them whips. It's not something that comes up very often, so we'll see how stuff ends up scaling. More likely than not, probably gonna give them safe weapons like bows. You just stay up there, I think. Actually, no. You go pick up this thing before they do. Because these guys love to circle around and pick up their items. A cup of life. I feel like... You know what? No. At some point, we're gonna Snapdragon some folks, so no, we're gonna save that for then. Alright, Resurrection Altar. See, this right here is a fantastic example of how Resurrection and stuff like that was actually balanced. Because they had a Resurrection item, but it was ludicrously expensive. So, for example, you could upgrade 3 guys right off the bat, or get the ability to revive one of them. So they're impractically expensive. Honestly, even from a practicality standpoint, you're better off just selling them and upgrading your guys so they don't die in the first place. And, because your pool of funds is relatively limited, unless you're gonna go and grind out for stuff, in which case, you know, you'd be better off anyway, you're basically better off just not even getting them. Man, Fist Punch lands is insane, and I know it's Fist Fight, I just like calling it Fist Punch. It sounds funnier, dang it. Uh-oh. He's about to off one of my mosquitoes. Oh. Never mind, she's gonna pull out that competence. Get all amazing. Because Sybil's got a decent chance to die on this one, she has a tendency to just slink around this corner a bunch. Hint hint, friggin' remake people. They make AI. I hate on the remake a lot, but it's a fantastic game, let's be honest. It's just like the little stuff. It's not even a, you know, it was bad and I'm angry about it kind of thing. It's like, it could have been even better and why didn't you kind of thing. But then it's fine, because then Rakes came along and did the doing, so it's all good now. Such is good stuff. Right. Steve is their leader, so he's gonna go ahead and just take the safe punch here. Somebody else can go ahead and take the hit. I'll think of a Mosquito. Do you have... No, I think Vin has Magic Missile, though. Alright. Actually, no. Mosquito's fine going up. If she takes a counter, we'll just have Vin go and make out with him. Sorry. Don't know what the canon is at this point. Just a weird flying makeout party fighting ninjas at night. Well, I guess it did start with a prostitute party in a church, so why not? Okay, Carmen's gonna go here. Gonna have whoever the hell that other one is not here. I mean, at the very least, it's consistent that they can't miss. Their evasion's gonna go up pretty significantly. By the time we end up getting to stuff like Astoria and whatnot, hopefully their evasion will be high enough that they can just continue doing their piss-poor damage without dying. And that may change, though. Alright, let's see if the Master of Bees can go take out their witch. Worst case scenario, they'll... And, you know, we'll at least see how the charm thing does on them. No, my coffee's empty. I gotta go get more coffee. Dang it. That depressing moment when coffee has disappeared. Alright. So, archers specifically are going to be the big problem. Really, the main hurdle that I'm expecting is going to be Astoria. Now, I'm expecting that I'll probably take 4 vets and 4 disposables on each team. So we'll see how that goes. And so she's got her charm move. Okay, we did lose 1. That's a problem. This charm is one of the... Dang it, Pidgey! Oh well, they're about to be uncharmed. Courtesy of a ridiculous-looking sword to the face. As much as I like the look of the Matsukaze, or as I always called her as a kid, the Matsukes, but that is the freaking dumbest idea for a sword ever, and I'll show why in a sec. So, okay, look at this friggin' thing, right? Look at the design of it. You've got all of the blade behind the handle. Like, if it was swinging from the other direction, sure, I guess. It'd be a weird fantasy sword thing, and it'd be like kind of like a weird axe sword type of situation. It's got no guard on it. Like, even with the image blown up here, there's no guard on that thing whatsoever. It just goes from blade to handle right away, so there's no blocking with that thing, realistically. You know, they may block with the side of it, but that can just slide straight into their fingers. The thing is gigantic. And yeah, it's just entirely a blowback thing. And what's the point of the extra spikes? Just adding weight. Rah! Getting all questiony with one of my favorite games ever. But no. It's of the different weird looking katanas and all that, it's the only one that's, it seems, entirely impractical. I guess the argument can be made of, you know, they're expecting to just hit once and kill something. But even endgame, that's pretty unlikely. Just because the damage is pretty forgiving in this game. If you've got at least somewhat reasonable health, which these guys don't, and that's why it's a challenge run. And that's how we've already lost 2. Actually, I think we might have lost 3. I don't know. Something like that. Just punched. Nice thing is, at least we don't have to worry about levels. Just because they grind up like crazy. This is how you balance levels, by making them not matter much. You don't want to put Vin here, because they'll probably end up taking that bag, but if I recall, it's just a healing item anyway. Alright, you go here. Poke. Alright, now how dead is Pidgey? Quite dead. I'm actually gonna have to go and use a healing item on her. Not that we can afford many more of these, but, you know, still. Probably sell that altar for 1100, get some money. But okay, so speaking of balancing of life and death mechanics, right? So it's funny because there was there's one that I've mentioned a few times in terms of just being absolutely ridiculous, and that was Fire Emblem Awakening. Because I hadn't gotten into that series for a while. Like, I love the GBA one, you know, I've looked at the other ones on emulators every now and then. But then, you know, I ended up getting a DS, or a 3DS rather. Because essentially my wife had one, and I was like, okay, we want to play some Pokermans, and I'm like, okay, I haven't gotten a new console in forever. So I go and I find this thing for cheap, you know, some lady selling it with Nintendogs or whatever the hell it was. So, same way I got my Vita, just basically buy the thing for, I think it was 50 bucks, sell the Nintendogs thing for, I think like 30 or something. Because apparently somebody actually wanted to pay 30 bucks for that crap. Alright, so, this guy is completely just leaving Rectum over there. Taking out all my fairies. Please don't kill someone. Yeah, now you do decent damage. Freaking ridiculous. Alright. I just want to point out, despite the fact that their pretty unlikely to hit move has hit twice now, it still has, over the course of the fight, done exactly 40 damage. And that does not seem worth a whole unit for. Yeah, they can turn a whole bunch against each other, but the odds of that are very slim. I mean, I guess they've got their place, and they can still do support stuff and stuns and whatnot. They're entirely your debuff unit. It's just for how hard they are to get. Questionably useful. I don't think I have any items to bring back, Mosquito, or whoever the hell that is. Is that Mosquito? No, that's Ulissa. Should've known, because, you know, should've known. Actually, wait. Who needs that? I have this. Get them all refreshed. Refreshed through makeout parties. Fresh. Okay. How about you go here, and I think you can do your missile thing from there. And hopefully they don't get javelined or air-bladed or whatever the hell he's got. Okay, that's pretty decent damage. We're gonna go up here, though. I thought she could go a little bit farther, but I guess not. Hang on, what is the farthest you can go? I don't think she can get out of his friggin' magic range anyway. That's what he decides to go for. Get lasered. So that is probably where most of the damage is going to end up coming from later on. Might end up just doing a thing where I give everybody double shields and armor and just have them hang out and charge for a while. Alright. That's fine, you just sit there. Devin is going to go make out with Carmen, though. Or not? What is your problem? Why are you not doing that? Okay. Devin is not gonna make out with Carmen. Instead, gonna go punch this lady in the back of the head. As you can see here, clearly, that is reachable. Through the help of their friggin' zip code-sized fist. That guy is pretty much irrelevant now. Unless he just, like, crits and one-shots Sybil here. Which isn't gonna happen. Suck! That was the one item bag that I was really hoping to get. Because I'm pretty sure she drops an amulet. Or no, it was just a magic seed this time. Where is... the amulet? I think the amulet might be from one of the mermaids later. Well, that's a shame. Carmen got attached. And I guess now we know why, she was a little bit too distracted hanging out with Alphonse there. Couldn't get her fist punch emblem. Good job. Way to competence. Now... okay, that's the one I want. Yeah, 122. Okay. This guy is potentially gonna start taking out dudes left and right, though. I'm gonna try to sacrifice Yelissa. More than likely... have Steve laserify this lady. Or not. Alright, Steve's punching skills may be needed in a little bit. Yeah. In that case, Yelissa, why don't you laserify this lady? What's this one do again? Oh, allows second turn. Right, that seems incredibly useful right now. Digi, do you have? No, Yelissa doesn't. What about you? Do this the sensible way. You go hit this guy. I know I could get more damage by essentially having her take the second tile and have someone else punch them in the back of the head, but I would like to have their path more or less blocked off. And I don't really want to commit anyone else to going over there. Because there's only 2 units I'm completely confident could take a crit from the guy right now. And those are Alphonse and Yelissa over there. Okay. Now you go over here. Okay, that was not a great friggin' moment. Okay, who do I have left? Devin. Alright, Devin, you go over here. They definitely don't have any ranged abilities, do they? Well, don't die, Mosquito. Okay, Mosquito safe. Funny is this is the only time I've ever lost anyone to this fight. Because usually this guy's just utter trash and nothing to even think about, but when you don't have any damage, even with their low defense, kind of reaching that ceiling very quickly. Alright. Got basically no health. Mosquito, here's your thing. You need to go end this guy. I was actually thinking she could only go right next to him, but if she can go behind him, fair enough. Goodbye. Now he's not a problem anymore. And also, he should have used up all her healing items, so... what I'm gonna do, Steve's gonna go up and punch him. Then Alphonse is gonna finish the job. Done deal. Checkmate, a-hole. Well done. Needed some experience in fisting, huh? Alright. So got the resist. That is pretty much immediately going on Steve. Just because he's the squad leader, he gets the loot. Alright, so they got basically distracted because of zombies. So, Richter is an idiot. I just want to point out at this point. Like, he basically just told him, look, I have to repay a debt. That's kind of the whole deal here. No, you gotta come right now. Gotta do it right now. Well, then again, he's just kind of being all suspicious as all crap anyway. Hey, what do you know? Their religion got like a third name. And they're having a fight over who's more holy. He says that while literally doing the same thing. Alright, well... does this thing even have a save state? This is like the A or B route. Burger. No, those are difficult concepts. Quick gander here. Over and where's that thing? Look at the ending guide real quick here. Because basically I don't want A+ or A. I'd end up just going for standard B. I think we'll go for standard B. Because A route kind of has a tendency to be the canon one, and screw canon. Yeah. So that's when they find out about the mermaids, and they're all like, hey, we should go capture one. Is all casual about it, like they just do this on a regular basis. Yeah, this is why it's the A or B route. Basically, if you say you've got no better idea, you basically agree to go friggin' stab somebody for the sake of having them call for help and following them to their hideout. B, you end up doing the exact same thing anyway, but you're all feeling bad about it. Which basically results in recruiting Orson, and yeah, this guy, he'll just talk to the random sailor guy if you don't have her in the party right now. Yeah, no, results in recruiting Orson, and basically Sybil gets killed off later. Lots of words happen, and then this is done. There we go. And alright, there we go. Right. Do we have a shop update yet? Yeah, so now we can get other stuff. I'm probably gonna try to... Can't really afford to give everybody whips, though. That's a problem. I have to buy some friggin' healing items at this point. You don't get much money, and it's actually kind of more just risky to do random fights. But either way, we'll see how all that's going next time.